Guccifer is terrorizing everyone at the park. We have been given two 50 caliber handguns to end the madness, but the problem is Guccifer likes to hide behind things. So we need to figure out which one of these absolute hand cannons is best at getting through a series of 5 different targets. And I think I saw Guccifer hiding behind a 6x6 piece of pressure treated lumber. Let's start off with 2 shots from the Deagle. Yeah. I realized partway through we could still see Guccifer's head, so I'm pretty sure we could have pulled it off with how good these freaking shots were. Anyway, oh wow, those XTPs really didn't open up this time. Maybe they did. Oh man, we got a chunky Guccifer here. I don't know what he's been eating. Kids maybe, but those are some freaking nice dents that we got going on there. Man, looks like they might have opened up on the steel a little, but oh yes, definitely opened up on the steel. I believe that is one of the bullets, or at least the lead portion of the bullet. And there is the freaking jacket. That is a tough jacket, super thick, just like me. Now that one doesn't work, but I don't know if that was good enough to end Guccifer's reign. Although you did hit him pretty good. We're gonna have to put him upside down so we don't collide with either of those bullets, hopefully. And before we check that one out, guys, I'd really appreciate if you liked and subscribed. That red dot sits so high up on that revolver, but anyway, we still got 2 good shots. Let's check out the back. Oh man, that one opened up quite a bit, and the other one kind of looks like what the 50 AE did. Let's check. Ooh, oh, we blew off his head, guys. We blew off his freaking head. So it looks like the one that didn't open up left a freaking giant dent, and then the other one kind of looks like the 50 AE, but man, that is a massive dent. It's a lot more than the 50 AE, but the other one really isn't that much, so I'm kind of surprised by that. So these hand cannons seem to be pretty effective on pressure-treated lumber, but what if Guccifer was hiding behind concrete, which is at quite a few parks? I really hope you enjoy me drawing Guccifer again on the plywood, because it is a pain. Guys, let me know if you think these red dots are going to hold up throughout the whole test. Anyway, Guccifer definitely does not have a hiding spot anymore. It shattered it into a million different pieces. But oh my gosh, guys, just a little bit of spalling or fragmentation hit into him. Barely anything with that 300 grain monster bullet. Freaking insane. Terry, buddy, how you doing today? What do you mean not good? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Guccifer has Terry hostage. Don't worry, buddy. We'll save you. I really don't know if we'll save him, but here's to open with the 500. Now that one looked like a freaking landmine went off in front of him. It rocked his whole world. And guys, some pieces came back at me, so do not try this at home. And what do we have here? Ooh, what happened? Okay, it does not look like anything went through, but something smashed into him hard enough to break the freaking board. I don't know if he can hold Terry hostage anymore without a leg, potentially. So the difference really wasn't as big as I thought it would be, but we got to give a pretty good edge to the 500, I guess. I swear, every time I see one of these behemoths posted, the top comments are always like, oh, I found my new carry gun. Brand new concealed carry here. And I mean, obviously they're joking, but what if you did actually want to carry one of these? In that case, I think you'd need one hell of a belt, and I think this Core Essentials might do the trick, but I need to size it real quick. And according to these instructions, I need to find my belt size, which happens to be 36. 36! Weak. Okay, anyway, add 4 to that number for outside the waistband carry, and then add 6 to that number for inside the waistband carry, which is what I'll be doing, because you never know when things are gonna get spicy. Anyway, 36 plus 6 would make that 42. So I'll go ahead and cut there with some heavy-duty scissors. This is a heavy-duty belt. Good. Loosen the screws on the buckle. Insert the cut end into the buckle like so. Clamp down on this teeth doohickey thing. Tighten the screws till they're flush, and bam, we're in business. Moment of truth. And unfortunately, I don't have a holster for the 500 or the 50 AE, but I do have this BFR chambered in 4570, which weighs about the same as the 500. Let's see if this sags at all. 4.3 pounds of solid steel. But the absolute game changer that I didn't even realize until I put this thing on is the 1/4-inch click system. Now I don't have to feel so bad about jumping up to the next belt hole size because there are no holes on this belt. Anyway, if you're in the market for a new carry belt, especially one for monster revolvers or even monster handguns, or you just want to help out the channel, using code BananaBallistics10 at checkout will get you 10% off your order with the link in the description below. Oh no, oh this is bad. Guccifer made it to the playground. And what are most playground jungle gyms made from? Mild steel. So we better figure out which one of these hand cannons is best at getting through some mild steel and how thick they could go through. Unisled, you need to get out of the way. That should be good enough. Here he is, Steel Sled 4.2. Pretty heavy to sing and do this at the same time, but I think we are good to go. And because these are handguns, I mean no doubt large handguns, we're going to start with an 1/8 inch piece of mild steel. Come on now, focus. There we go. 1/8 inch piece of mild steel. You know, we'll see if they could get through that. Stand by. Alright, that should be tight enough. Terry, it's been a little while, but would you mind being a meat shield? Perfect. I gotta protect family jewels. I'll be honest, I did not expect it to go through, and walking up, I really don't think the whole bullet went through there. Let's check out the pinky test. We gotta be careful with this one. Yeah, we got cock blocked on that one, so I really don't think the whole bullet made it through. I'm hoping the 500 will make a cleaner hole than that, especially on an 1/8 inch. Surprisingly, so far so good on those freaking red dots. I don't think I could have put it any closer to the clamp down here, but that is a nice clean hole. Oh my gosh, look at how deep I can get. That might be a thumb hole right there. Oh yes, that is a nice hole, and I don't think Guccifer would have much of a chance behind an 1/8 inch. We can probably guess what's going to happen on 3/16 of an inch, but we'll see what happens. I think that is nice and tight again. I think this is where Terry, aka the meat shield, comes in, because I am pretty worried about this. Say a quick prayer for me if you don't mind. Oh, I think I just saw my life flash before my eyes. Anyway, here's the lead portion of the bullet. It came pretty close to smacking the camera. I don't think it was going very fast though. And it definitely did not go through. Let's do the nub test. Gotta say, it feels pretty smooth in there. And looking over here, guys, I think part of the fragmentation hit Terry's pad down there. I mean, that could have been there. I'm not 100% sure, but that is why shooting steel is not safe. You can run Guccifer, but you can't hide, because we got a 500 Smith & Wesson. Actually, I'm not sure if it'll go through 3/16 of an inch. Too low. Oh, well, there goes, what, like $12 worth of ammo. The first one I hit low, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll aim in the same spot. That must have just been me. Nope, hit in the pretty much the exact same spot again. Dumb me for thinking that it would do that. So I don't know if the red dot is giving out a little on us or not, but the clamp down here is not looking too hot. Surprisingly, it's holding up a lot better than I thought it would. In the third shot up here, something definitely went through, but look at that crack. I mean, it's barely getting through. Let's check out the pinky test. Be very, very careful. Oh yes, I don't want to go any deeper in there. It's almost like a fish hook. I wouldn't come out, but that is definitely more performance than the 50 AE, but Guccifer may stand a chance behind 3/16. And if the 500 barely made it through 3/16 of an inch, how fast were these bullets going? Boo! Did you see how much pressure was coming out of the cylinder gap on that 500? I'm glad my fingers weren't anywhere near it, because this video showed me what would happen, and it is not pretty at all. Wait a second, you know what I just thought of? Where do geese like to hang out? On the water? Exactly, so I'm thinking if we get rid of Guccifer's water source, 1 gallon at a time, maybe he'll just leave the park and we don't have to worry about getting him through any of the barriers or anything like that. We just have to make sure there is not a single drop left in the jug, so let's figure out which one of these hand cannons is best at splattering the jugs. Unisled, I know, I'm sorry I threw you down, but can you please come back to work? We have to make sure Guccifer has a front row seat to this destruction. Okay, wow, that was freaking nuts for a semi-auto handgun especially. Let's check out the camera. Again, this is about 4 yards away right here. And there's freaking water on it. I mean, not a ton, but you know, a semi-auto handgun, that is freaking crazy. And checking out the damage over, oh man, that jug got shredded. Freaking shredded apart. Like, basically split in half besides the top up here. That is awesome. You could definitely see this looks like a crime scene, especially if this was red. This would definitely look like a crime scene. There is splatter everywhere. And what happened to Goosifer? Man, there is a nice dent on Goosifer. Thing right by his leg. I'm not sure which one of those two it was, but there is a nice dent on him. And guys, I want to take a quick second to thank this channel's sponsor, Midway USA. They have been the longest supporters of this channel by far, so I really appreciate them for that. If you like the testing I do here, I really think you'll like Midway USA. On to the 500. Wait, Terry, what do you mean you like to get wet? You've never said that before? Okay, fine. Hope this is a good enough seat for you. You remember how much water there was on the camera with the 50 AE? Well, check that out. It basically vaporized the bottle. Looking at the crime scene over here, look at Goosifer. He is all shooken up in this bottle. I mean, it really doesn't look that much different than the 50 AE, but I bet in the slow-mo it looked quite a bit different. Anyway, Goosifer here. I think I overlapped the last shot, which is a good shot placement, but we can't tell which one left a bigger dent. Whoopsie, that was the 50 AE bottle. I actually saw this bottle back here, and oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen so much devastation. Like, a piece of the bottle is literally missing. Holy crap, holy. I was like, oh man, that other jug sure looked like the 50 AE. Well, it was. My gosh, and it threw it right over the lumber wall right here. The railroad tie wall. Freaking insane. I don't think we need slow-mo to tell us the winner on that one. And it looks like you got your money's worth. Apparently, guys, 1 gallon at a time just isn't going to phase Goosifer. So let's just say we had a straight-on shot at him. What would happen and which one would do more damage? This ballistic gel should tell us. Also, I haven't had enough time to figure out the issues with the banana sled here, so I'm just going to wedge it and hope for the best. Who knew the uni sled was so universal? I'm just hoping I don't mess up the shots with how high the red dots are. Well, that was fun. The block was trying to do a trick for us, I guess, but it's probably not a good sign that it'll stay on with the 500. Anyway, let's line these two up a little better. All right, there we go. And let's check. Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously it's a 50 cal hull, so, oh, yes, nice and tight. And it opens up, not right as it enters the block, but it opens up pretty quickly, and that is a devastating wound channel right there. Well, at least for most of the block. Anyway, it made it to the second block. I was assuming it would do that, and I believe that is the bullet somewhere in there. Yep, it's definitely somewhere in there. Let me grab my tape measure real quick. So it looks like the bullet actually penetrated a little bit deeper, but the max depth on the bullet itself is about 25¼ inches. Still freaking impressive penetration. I definitely don't think you need that for a goose, but you know, you never know. And a little backstory on Goosifer. I was at the park one day and this goose was following me around making this freaking devil-like noise. I don't know if he thought he was a snake or what, but that's what gave me the idea. That's disappointing, but I guess expected. Anyway, I think the red dot threw me off a little. As you can see, I hit a little low, especially for how much devastation this bullet caused. And that hole, I mean, you can already see the material was removed there. I don't need to show my pinky test, but definitely fragmented in 6 different directions. It seems like when XTPs are going fast enough, especially at these distances, they fragment in 6 different directions. And the wound channel is freaking devastating. I mean, guys, I'm pretty sure in slow-mo it looks a whole lot more devastating than that freaking 50 AE, although that's impressive too. And oh no, it took a nosedive right out of the block. Definitely not as straight penetrating as a 50 AE, and I really don't think, I see a little dent on the table maybe, but I don't think we're gonna find that bullet anywhere. But I don't think we need the penetration to see that Guccifer would have much preferred the 50 AE. Obviously the 50 AE was gonna lose, but for being down by over 1,000 foot-pounds, it was a lot closer than I thought it would be. And remember, don't let ballistics drive you bananas.